In. Oh, my mic is not on. Sorry about that, everybody. That's why you couldn't hear me one bit at all whatsoever. We do apologise about that. So you had to lip read for a little bit there. So welcome to the show that hopefully never ends. It is, of course, Events and Places show live with myself, Nick C. I'm here until 9 o'clock this evening here. And, of course, if you have any questions along the way, as always, get in touch today. So, yeah, welcome along. And, of course, we appreciate anyone tuning in today. Oh, yes. Nikki Gibbs said that she couldn't hear me, but sorry, I had a cod in my throat there. So hopefully you can hear me there. Sorry about that stutter. Anyway, yes, come on, Arsenal. Good evening, guys. Good evening to you. And, of course, yes, we'll be here until 9 o'clock, giving you some updates on certain things. Of course, I'll give you some of the fixtures here that are taking place tonight. Of course, let's have a look at Wednesday. Arsenal against PSV. Apparently it's on TNT, which is otherwise known as the former name of BT Sport. Benfica against RB Salzburg. You got Real Sociedad against Inter Milan. And Sevilla against RC Lens. This is just a few of the many. And the Championship, Blackburn Rovers face Sunderland tonight. And Huddersfield against Stoke. Hull against Leeds. Millwall against Rotherham. Watford against West Brom. Norwich against Leicester. That could be an interesting game. By the way, they're all on Sky. But, of course, only a selection of games that are on the Now TV version, which, of course, you cannot get a selection of your own, which, of course, it does say Sky are showing all of the Championship games. But on this note here, you can only, if you've got Now TV, watch the selected Sky games. In other words, of course, you have to have the red button on the satellite. It's another way of getting people to buy Sky. That's what I would say on that note. That's just a little bit of a shame, but these things happen, don't they? So I do appreciate, or we do appreciate that, of course, our moderator is checking in from time to time. What game is on? We've got the Norwich game, which, of course, they have selected. So it's sort of like a potluck basis. So, of course, maybe we'll keep you updated with that when it happens to be a goal. It's 0-0 in the game at the moment between Norwich and Leicester. So we have got a Sky Sports game here. 15 minutes gone in that game already. We can't get the Arsenal game, unfortunately, because it's on TNT, which, of course, is the former name of BT Sports. So, of course, yes, I'm just trying to think here. Arsenal face PSV Eindhoven, Eindhoven, I think it is. So that's quite interesting. There's a couple of videos coming up on the channel, of course, one being of Talk of the Day, which I'll talk about in just a moment. And I'll talk about, of course, in this show, live for you, regarding a special app, which, of course, you may not have heard about. So if you want to listen out for that, keep your ears peeled for that. It's going to be amazing. So, yeah, live in living colour, wherever you are watching. We appreciate all the support that people give us here. And I'll keep you updated with some events that are taking place as well. There is a very, very good event here in Haverhill. If anyone doesn't know Haverhill, of course, you may want to check it out at some point. We've got actually a Talk of the Day video coming up of Haverhill, so that will be exciting for you to watch here. So somebody by the name of Brian Thompson has posted this on We Love Haverhill. Actually, it's not a scam. Definitely not. Friends of St Mary's Church in Haverhill. according to Charmaine Thompson. Come along and find out about the history of this church building and some of the interesting people associated with it over the years. There will also be tower tours from 10:15 in the morning, and edit tours. Edit tours from, of course, 12:15 to 1:15. So obviously it's a tower tour from 12:15 to 1:15, and poster replaced. So it is the Haverhill Heritage Day 2023. Join a guided church tour at St Mary's. As I say, I repeat once more, 12:15 to 1, or actually it says or, okay? I didn't see that until just now. So 12:15 or 1:15 p.m. So it doesn't matter what time you actually go. These are all free events to book. Of course, Haverhill at Suffolk, fhs.org.uk, or telephone this number 01440 712 652. Of course, refreshments are available. Brought to you with thanks, and of course, we thank the Friends of St Mary's, standing the test of time. With grateful thanks to Councillor David Roach, Suffolk County Council, for his financial support. So, of course, I repeat once more, is a guided talk and a guided tour as well at the same time. I presume they're going to talk about some of the history there at St Mary's Church. Of course, either at these times, 12:15 or 1:15, and that's taking place on Saturday. It's taking place on Saturday, the 23rd of September 2023. If this date has passed since we've actually broadcasted, then of course do ignore what I've just said. But of course, I'm sure it was a fantastic event for those people that went. Of course, it is a free event, and of course, it is brought to you with thanks to the Friends of St Mary's. And it is a free event. Email is once more Haverhill at Suffolk FHS. That's Haverhill at Suffolk FHS.org.uk, or telephone number. This number here that I'm going to give to you once more, 01440 712 652. So there you go. We have the the picture of the actual post, which is up on your walls now, on We Love Haverhill. So, yeah, absolutely brilliant. Definitely worth it. So, of course, this app that I'm actually going to be speaking about in this whole hour that, of course, we have already started. We started a little bit late because, we had to get things into perspective. So, Too Good to Go. Of course, the video is going to be called What's the Surprise in the Bag? I won't tell you too much because you won't want to watch it. But it is a fantastic app to get because I tried it for the first time. Unfortunately, it's at the moment card only. But, of course, they could deal with the cash side of it as well. But I explained that in the video. So it is coming up in the video, and it, of course, is the starter of something that I just tested. So basically, I tested it out for the first time, and I filmed what I got in the bag. It is a surprise, by the way. Why is something coming up on my screen? I don't know. But, yeah, it's gone now. Thank goodness for that. But, live and in living colour. Welcome if you are watching from Facebook. If you're watching directly on YouTube, we appreciate that. And don't forget, as always, hit the thumbs up and subscribe to us down below using that link just there. And, of course, we say hello to anyone across the whole nation watching right now. So, hello and a very, very good evening to you all out there. Of course, we'll keep you updated with the match of the local East Anglia place that we have been to, especially at Carrow Road, which is not far from where we end up going to in Norfolk.
It's a cathedral derby.
It's a cathedral derby, but of course, it is a place that has a cathedral, and it is a city. Don't talk over me, Julian. But yeah, and of course, it is Norwich facing Leicester. Of course, Norwich are doing okay at the moment. They are, of course, defending the team that beat Southampton 4-1 the other day, and yeah, Norwich in their usual yellow and green shorts, and Leicester kicking from right to left, which actually have full dark blue. Okay, so that's that. So yeah, we'll keep you up. Yeah, we'll keep you up to date with that. I don't know who the referee is.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't know. You better tell me, Julian.
It's G. Scott.
It's G. Scott. Oh, it's the one that was at Ipswich in the Cup once. So, yeah, hopefully you can all hear me. Apologise about being a bit silent before we kicked off. It's because I didn't have the mic off, so it will sound like this. So if I turn it back on, of course you'll hear me because, you know, I had it off, which is the microphone off, and that resulted it being, of course, soundless. In other words, you could not hear me at all whatsoever. So there's no goal in the Norwich and Leicester game at the moment. 23 minutes gone on the clock here. We are watching one game that, of course, has been selected for Now TV, which we've got a reasonable package on that one, but we don't have the extra button, which is the red button, which is probably a trick to get people to buy a satellite dish. We do have a satellite dish, but of course we haven't used it in absolute donkey's years. We don't have a Sky Box actually, but there you go. So yeah, that's that, and I believe that Liverpool are playing tomorrow. LASK, LASK. Okay, away. Interesting odds for that one, but we won't want to talk about betting in case there's we won't want to talk about betting because in case there's children watching. So yeah, we're not allowed to discuss that. It's for 18 plus.
We can tell you about the teams.
That's interesting we say about that, the 18 plus kind of situation, because they're thinking about, well, the government are thinking about reducing the voting age for age 16 from 18. And some people think it should go up to 21 years of age. Let us know in the comments what you think about that, because, you know, 16 years of age... 16 years of age can be a little bit young.
Score update.
Score update.
Blackburn
It's Blackburn 1, Sunderland 1. Oh, Sunderland have gone a bit dry since the 5-0 at Southampton.
I think Huddersfield were drawing 1-1 as well.
Is that one of your predictions, student?
Yeah, I've got 3 predictions.
Have you really? So that's good.
They're all drawing at the moment.
But I haven't heard any latest from the Arsenal game.
I think Arsenal were 1-0 up at the moment.
Oh, they are 1-0 up. That's good news for our moderator tonight, who is in the chat somewhere.
United, drawing 0-0.
But yeah, I'm itchy everywhere. I don't know what it is. I'm itching to get on with the show. That's what it is. Perhaps we need to take a break in a minute. But yeah, the app, of course, I was talking about, which was quite amazing actually. The app, which is called Too Good To Go, is definitely worth downloading. It is a free app, and you can basically order something before you go down and collect it yourself. Only at the moment, there's a difference between... I don't know if that's the right word. Sorry, forget what I just said there. It's not a difference. It's actually a snag here. The only problem that we've got with the app as well, it's not that it's not working or anything like that. it is that it is card only. In other words, you have to sort of pay for it online before you actually go and collect your surprise. I can't tell you any more about it until the actual video goes out. We've also got Talk of the Day, which I talk you through some of the amazing little talks to you. Well, actually, it's not a very long show on Talk of the Day. It's not usually long. At the very latest, it will last about 15 minutes long at the very latest, and that's how lengthwise the show is. It doesn't usually go on any longer than that. The show live goes on longer than that, obviously, because we're live and we can go as much as we can. So, yeah, if you're watching on replay, we'd always appreciate it, and we appreciate the thumbs up. And if we can get some thumbs up, and if we can get one subscriber towards the end of the program, that will be awesome as well. 595 subscribers as of today. We did have 96 or 596, but it went away for some reason. But yeah, some people just come and go, and of course they hit the wrong button sometimes. But if you can get somebody to subscribe to us, that will be amazing. So yeah, 0-0 in the game between Norwich and, I don't know what that was that, but of course, yeah, it might have been a message.
I don't know what that's
Message from the afterlife. So yeah, Norwich against Leicester is a goalless draw at the moment. Of course, it's 28 minutes gone.
It's a Cathedral derby.
Cathedral derby.
They
One
both got Cathedral there.
One day, Julian can actually take over the commentary on one of the matches. Perhaps we'll try that in the Arsenal and Tottenham game, see how many viewers we get out of it. But yeah, it'd be very, very interesting, to say the least. So, anyway, I do hope that, of course, you enjoyed what we do here on the channel here, and other bits and pieces. You know, we are thinking about the Q&A at some point. I'm only thinking about it right now. I don't know when we're going to do it yet, but of course we'll keep you posted on that. And I was actually thinking the first one to say hi in the chat will actually win a prize. Maybe we'll do the second person as well. We'll see how that goes. So, yeah, I'm trying to share the stream as many places as possible. Are people missing us on Facebook? That is a good thing. I don't think everybody comes from Facebook to YouTube. I think we get a different audience. But even saying that, of course, you get the same amount of audience sometimes on Facebook. So, yeah, you only get the odd two and then they disappear and they go elsewhere and they go and get themselves a cup of tea and then forget about us. That's usually the case, isn't it? I don't know what it is. But Leicester have a free kick in quite a dangerous area, actually. But it was blocked. They don't seem to know how to beat Norwich, do they? Which is quite unusual for that one. But yeah, we've got half an hour left of the show. We will go to a commercial in just a moment. So please do bear with us.
I've got the ball in the face or the head.
Right, okay. Let's Right, okay. Do join us in a few shakes. And, of course, yeah, Events and Places show will start shortly. Okay, stay with us. Okay, are we back? Yes, we're having problems. We're having problems with the signal issues. I don't know what is happening today. It's going a little bit overpowering, if you like to call it. So, yeah, as this is a Windows 10 computer, I'm using my camera into the machine here, and of course, it's a third-party camera kind of thing, and it does the trick sometimes. But of course, it's just one of those things that could spoil things sometimes. But yeah, I think the system's crashing a little bit today. We do apologise about that. So yeah, we're going to give you some sort of headlines here, as this is a mixture show. And of course, if people come and say hello, we always welcome that as per usual. So come and say hello at any time during our shows, and come and have a chat with us. That's what it's all about. Getting interactive with us and saying hello. Taste of Venom says hello, and hello to you, and that is your shout out there. I believe it's Jamie that is one of our other moderators in the chat. I haven't seen you for a long time, but it's nice that you're back here watching us live. So, yeah, the latest here, violent shoplifters Yet violent shoplifters who flee don't get dealt with by cops. That's one of the headlines in the Metro, according to the 20th of the 9th, 2023, which is today, which is on a Wednesday evening. You, me, and Wednesday evening, by far. Unfortunately, we dropped frames. No, yeah, we haven't dropped fame yet. But yeah, we might have gained fame as well, just by saying that. But yeah, 2.6 frames dropped, according to the ABS studio. And I don't know why that might be. Of course, inquiry ordered into schoolgirl 16, Chulford, to brand by a BBC car. So that's one of the headlines as well. Britain's dullest man hopes his allotment calendar is a grower. Wow. Apparently there's a Britain's dullest man, eh? I wonder what it says about this one then. Of course, IT might not be exciting as pictures of the world famous landmarks or pop stars, but the dullest man in Britain has come up with a calendar to harvest sales. Kevin Beresford trekked around his hometown of Redditch in Worcestershire to chart his favourite allotments, and the 71-year-old appears to have captured them all in winter, with a little sign of much sprouting in the plots even when you turn to the August page. He said, "I used to think people who do allotments were weird and dull, but when you get talking to them, it's pretty good." So that's what he had to say about that. So what do you think about that? Britain's dullest man hopes his allotment calendar is grower. Yeah. Or is a grower. So interesting. So yeah, I'll just see if there's anything interesting to read here. Yeah, more than 1,000 officers suspended or put on desk jobs in a Met cleanup. That's another headline kind of release thing in the Metro. This is today's Metro, by the way. They used to do McDonald's, of course, vouchers, but I don't think they do them anymore. You know, probably since the COVID. But there you go. Right. Okay. Well, there's McDonald Monopoly Peel. It peels good to be back. That's a good slogan to use, isn't it? So yeah. One day left to play in the October's draws. Has anyone done the People's Postcode Lottery? I think you've got to pay for that. I think it's not free. I think it's about maybe £10 a month. I don't know what it is, but I don't know anyone that actually uses the People's Postcode Lottery. I find that really, really fascinating. So, yeah, is Giuliani, I can't say his name. Of course, Giuliani Buzzing is in the house here and in the chat. Hi, everyone. Of course, nice and relaxing show. Hello. Yeah, I think he means Giuliani Buzzing here. Yeah, that is Giuliano. Nice and relaxing indeed. So, yeah, thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in here. Please keep the word spreading of touring with us. Of course, hit that thumbs up and, you know, subscribe to us if you haven't already. Tell your friends out there, the neighbours, that kind of thing. And perhaps one day we'll have a great meetup at some point, you know, with our fans so that they can spread the word about touring with us and what we do here. As I said earlier, we are thinking about, well, let's put it this way. We are thinking about doing a Q&A show just purely talking about touring with us at the most of, you know, our experiences. But, yeah, it is very, very interesting to say the least. What people have come up with on the channel, and they talk to us off the lives. In other words, we don't have to be live for people to actually talk to us. So that's really, really nice that people are tuning in right now and seeming to be enjoying our commentaries on certain games of the Premier League or even Championship as well. Sometimes we might select a Championship as well. We might actually draw one out of the hat one day, and that's the game that we've got to stick to. Doesn't mean to say we're going to stick to that team all the time, but yeah, there's still no goals as we speak in the Norwich and Leicester game. Tied at 0-0 at the moment. It is a game on Sky Sports at the moment if anyone's interested in watching it, and that's the only chosen game given by Sky there. And just to remind you, there is, of course, a really, really good app out there called Too Good To Go. Yeah, I'll repeat that once more. Too Good To Go. And more details is in the video that I've just uploaded now. And there is a talk of the day latest as well. And I speak a bit about the app as well. And it is a fantastic app, I've got to tell you. I can't tell you what the surprise in the bag is until you watch the video, because that would give too much away. But yeah, it is something to do with a surprise order, and there is a penalty as I get distracted here at Carrow Road. We'll find out which way has that gone in just a moment. Graham Scott is in charge. I think I saw him at Ipswich in a cup game, as in an FA Cup. It was £10 a ticket at that point. You had to buy it online. And it looks like a penalty to Leicester. He's awarded it straight away. And it looks like there could have been a push there. I think there was indeed. But, of course, Julian would say that anyway. But if it was a Liverpool player doing it, he would deny it. But it was definitely a penalty, according to Julian. And Angus Gunn has got to save it. We'll see what happens in this penalty, which is what Leicester are taking now, or about to take. And here it comes. Oh, too easy. Went straight through the middle. And Keeper had no chance. But yeah, 2 minutes of stoppage time. And of course, yes, again, Leicester win away from home. But, well, they crashed them 4-1. Leicester are very, very hard to play at the moment. But will Liverpool be able to cope with them?
In the League Cup?
I'm sort of worried about them a little bit. But, yeah, beg your pardon, Arsenal are 3-0 up. Score update. Julian did say 2-0 up. It's now 3-0 to Arsenal. And that is a great, great news for Arsenal fans out there. By the way, talking about covering games, we'll be covering definitely. We haven't chosen it by random or picked it by random. It is going to be a Sunday game, and it is Arsenal against Tottenham. What we're going to do for the first time, I've only just thought about it now. I'm sure Julian will agree with me regarding, of course, that game. Maybe I'll do a bit of the first half and Julian swaps over and commentates for the rest of it until half time. And then, of course, we'll probably have a break in between. Oh, I thought there was a goal there. But, of course, yeah, it didn't come to anything. But, yeah, we'll do some commentary. And then, of course, I'll do halfway through. And we can swap way around the other way. Like Mike Inningham and Alan Green. Yeah, you don't have to tell me, I know. Mike Inningham or Andy. I've forgotten that now because no, it's not Andy Townsend. No, it's not. It's Alan Green and Mike Inningham or Inningham.
Not Andy Gray.
No, that was the commentators from the channel, Channel 5, Radio 5. I'm getting mixed up. You're distracting me, Dylan.
No, I'm not.
You are. You're talking over to me. So anyway. Yes, we've got 12 minutes left of the programme here. Thank you to those people who did tune in tonight for a little bit longer tonight than they usually do, which is still great. If you're watching on replay, we appreciate that. And hello to all the moderators, including Nicky Gibbs, Scott Smart, and, of course, Kim Smith as well, watching from America. And, of course, he does check in from time to time. Coming up to half-time here, 2 minutes of stoppage time in the game between Norwich and Leicester City. Cracking game so far. Only one side has the lead at the moment, which is Leicester. Unfortunately, for those people who don't like Leicester. But for those people who like Leicester, they'll be delighted with that. And they are trying to push for a second goal, but of course it's half-time whistle. That's the only thing that will stop them. But anyway, that's another thing altogether. So, yeah, what would you like to talk about here on the show? What would you like to chat about on the chat? Do let us know your thoughts on that one. Whether you'd like to talk about anything specifically. Obviously, it can't be rude or anything like that. Of course, any places or events. And by the way, of course, we have a first double whammy of September 2023, which is the two spoons that I've linked together and put together in a video and taken a lot of time doing it and putting it together. And we've had some really, really good interest on it. And I want to say hello to Steve Allen, who, of course, may be tuning in at some point. But they don't always like to come on here and have a chat with us. But they instead come and comment on the video. So I find that very odd that some people don't comment live, but they comment on the highlights note. He says he's a big Witherspoons fan too. And what is your favourite one? Of course, it's a good question. And I actually had somebody to reply to that. If you know someone would like to do one. That's a different comment altogether. We have been to the mall, but of course we've done the Queen and Icy. I don't know how to pronounce that, but yeah, lots of comments on that. I'm trying to give that a thumbs up as well. Yeah. Right. Read more. Okay. Let's have a look. I don't actually have a favourite Wetherspoons. It's a very, very good question, that. But I don't have an actual favourite. Although I quite like, of course, the biggest Regal, but of course, biggest Regal, which is in Cambridge. Some people call them all Regals, but yeah, the Troll Cart is fairly good, because it's got a hotel and it's in Great Yarmouth. I quite liked the William Adams in Galston, which not everybody has been to. So Steve Allen's favourite Wetherspoons, the top three that he's chosen is Joseph Conrad, which actually is spelt wrong, but of course I know what one he's on about there, the Joseph Conrad, and that's in Lowestoft, the Trollcock, Great Yarmouth, the Queen and Isley in Norwich, and I know that you covered the first two. I'm not sure about the last one. But yeah, probably have been in the Queen and Isley, but we haven't really done much of a video there, but of course that could be on our top priority on that one. So we have been to them all, and of course our response was we have done a little on the Queen and Isley, but perhaps we could cover that in our next double whammy. Definitely on perhaps one of our lists. So that will be fantastic just for that. 8 minutes left of the show here and counting the seconds. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining us this evening here. Of course, there is Matt SB uploaded the latest Premier League predictions. There is G Love Trains. If you like your trains, go to G Love Trains and check out that YouTube channel as well. Check out Walk With Me, and of course I'll have a list of channels to check out. And Cafe Music BGM channel is live on Thursday. Quite nice music. I don't know whether you'll probably be able to hear some of the music. Might be copyrighted. It's quite relaxing actually. About 270 people watching on that. One day we'll have 270 people watching us on our chat. And it is basically jazz, autumn ambience. And you can just basically just chill out to this all night. Would this actually make you concentrate if you was to hear this kind of music whilst actually performing golf? Or any sport, come to think of it. So you'll find out what those surprise was, or the items in the surprise bag of the Too Good To Go. Must have got something stuck in my throat again. Anyway, of course, Too Good To Go is an app, and you can download it for free, and you do have to sign up, and it doesn't cost you a penny to do so. The only problem and the only snag, I'll repeat once more, is that you have to pay your items online. It doesn't have a cash section on it. I'll have to find a time where I can actually talk to someone about the actual app, and maybe they can come forward and explain it to us. I'll have to email the company for that, and maybe they can go on Together Live. So, yeah, Together Live will have to be done on one of these phones, because you can't do it on the live web or anything similar. But anyway, we're going to leave that racing through your mind. 5 minutes left on the show. The time is up now. But, of course, yeah, we have pretty much run out of time. It goes so quickly, the whole hour or so, although we did start late, to be fair, and we haven't got to run over time because we haven't got a show after this. Fortunately, we don't. But, of course, yeah, we're not like Talk TV. But talking about Talk TV, that's where I got the idea of the app. I downloaded it myself, tried it out myself. The only thing is it costs a small fee, but you're saving yourself some money as well. Find out on the app a little bit more details about it, and then, of course, you'll see how much I saved as well. So it'll be absolutely fantastic. So, yeah, I would definitely recommend the app. And, I enjoyed it. It's a bit of fun. You go and order something, but you've got to do it in a specific time. Obviously, I explained this to you on the video. So make sure that you download the app for free. And then, of course, I explain more in the video without giving too much away. And don't forget, the talk of the day is coming up. And, of course, the game that we're going to be covering is Arsenal against Spurs at 2 o'clock next week at the same time as Liverpool are facing West Ham. Hopefully I get that perfectly right. I think it might be TNT Sports, or formerly known as BT Sports, on that game, and shown in America as well. Some of the games are shown in America, okay? So, thank you all so much for joining us today. It's been a pleasure talking to you guys, even if we've had one person talking to us. We had a lot of moderators in, which is great good. It's more moderators than actual other people tuning in. Well, the thing is that, they were previously normal people, but you are normal people anyway, despite, of course, you are named as moderators. But we thank you so much for catching up with us. It's been a great show as per usual. And, of course, yeah, I don't know whether I should read you one more thing here, if I can find the booklet. And, of course, yeah, I normally have the booklet with me, but of course, yeah, I seem to have lost it somewhere. But usually I'll find it later. That's always the scenario, isn't it? But can I take any book? It doesn't really matter what book I have. I'm going to actually read this to you very, very quickly here because I'm actually out of time here. So, of course, this is according to the UCB word for today, Thursday, the 10th of August 2023. But, of course, this live is going out on Wednesday, the 20th of September 2023. Fix your mind and change your life. Think on and weigh and take account of these things, okay? Fix your minds on them. Philippines 4/8 AMPC. Paul writes, whatever is true, whatever is worthy of reverence and is honourable and seemly, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely and lovable, whatever is kind and winsome and gracious, if there is any virtue and excellence, if there is anything worthy of praise, think on and weigh and take account of these things. Fix your minds on them. Verse 8 AMPC. If you're serious about wanting a better life, you must change the way you think. The best way to stop thinking about something is simply to think about something else. When you don't enjoy certain TV program, what do? Switch channels? Does the channel you don't like no longer exist? No. It's there any time you choose to switch back to it. Likewise, when you find yourself stuck in a repeated thought pattern, if you're stuck in a repeated thought pattern, that's detriment. The only place a thought can live is in your mind, okay? The only power of thought has over you is the power that you give it. God says, if you believe in it, whether you do or not, I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore, choose life. God gives you the options, but he won't exercise them for you. Choosing the right thought is like flipping a light switch on, for example. It dispels darkness and illuminates the room. Your most dominant thoughts will control your life. So make sure they line up with God's word. Today, fix your mind and change your life. Hopefully you got the gist of all that, and you're still here, are you? Still here watching. Okay, we appreciate that, but of course, yes, we have got to go now. We are slightly on overtime. Wherever you may be, do check us out. Of course, we'll have to say goodbye now because we had slightly run over our time, but we were slightly late like we usually are sometimes. But this program is not programmed because we have to go live like this. You know, it's the only safe way that we can actually go live and in living colour without worrying about a direct stream. So I can only honour you and thank you so much for watching. Peace out to you all, yes, wherever you may be. And yes, my hand is here to say goodbye to you all and stay safe. Until next time, take care of yourselves and most importantly each other. Till the next time we go live or the next video that you see, we'll wish you a goodbye and God bless. And thank you very much for joining us tonight. Good night.